when we exited the story last, we left with a simple knock at a door. Ezra's home. But Ezra wasn't there. A figure wearing a long dark coat, kind of mutton chop beard, and a top hat, a little dusty from spending too much time hiding under bridges or at the top of rooftops. A couple of footsteps as the door opens, and Antonia smiles. A knowing, familiar smile. And looking left, looking right, a middle-aged man, William Burke, steps on in. In another apartment somewhere else in town, we just gaze upon a mirror. Simple, round mirror on the top of a dresser. And in this quiet room, the mirror fogs. And forming within this is a face. A reflection. Someone who was forgotten by everyone except one individual. He smiles and fades faintly from the other side. Several thousand years ago, running through a city, a small dog leaps from rock to rock, jumping over market stalls, barks at a trader, tries to grab food from a stall, and gets shunted out the way as a man in flowing, regal-looking robes walks down the street. He is handed a small scarab from a woman who mentions that she can do it next. She'll set the library on fire. He doesn't need to worry. And finally, I don't even know what this space looks like. Perhaps it's built to look like a tomb, or maybe it's less familiar than that, depending on how its resident likes to view the world. But looking into this refuge, the small rodent says,
"This tomb is open, and your name is carved inside still."
As we return to the present day, we're stood in the streets of Edinburgh. Our four characters are dealing with a strange scene around them as one of them stands over a messy, bloody pulp on the cobblestones, surrounded by people, I do have to add. There are the four of you, but there are others. Some undead, some very much alive. But they don't seem to give a shit. In fact, you watch as one man laughs and goes, "Man, you see everything these days," and continues about his day.
No, Mhairi, what have you done? Mhairi. Segment, I just found you. No, come on. Okay.
Pull yourself together,
one
man.
of us.
What have you done?
Hey. There's three of yous were fucking losing it.
But this...
What was that? Huh?
That was Antonia.
No, this was Sekhmet. This was...
What?
This was...
No.
My love, I've been looking for him. I knew there was a reason he wasn't in the afterlife.
Look at this. Look at this. It's guts and it's blood and it's fucking nothing. It's not Antonia, it's not Sekhmet, it's not anyone, it's nothing. Get your shit together.
I don't understand.
Oh, it was a trick. Oh.
But how?
That, I don't know.
Something has stolen people's faces, or what?
Well,
Well, but-
we know some people can steal faces, but
But not like that. Not
steal minds? Like ours?
Not in a way that we all see somebody different.
I think my hands are also bloody.
They
And
sounded.
I'm looking at them. Go ahead.
They sounded the same. People who can take people's faces, they don't sound the same as the people they look like usually.
Ezra is looking at his hands for a moment, looking at the bodies on the ground, and looks up. I have to find Antonia. I don't know what's going on. And turns to start leaving.
We need to deal with this.
Then bring it with us.
Has anyone got like a bag?
Can I get... I'd say Mhairi being closest to it to make me an observation check. So this is 2d6, and there is nothing that adds to this, but you're looking for a 9 or above.
Okay. It's a 4 and a 1. That ain't gonna do it.
Okay. You say, does anyone have a bag? You don't see anything else.
Because this one isn't quite intact.
Is it wise to bring it with us? If it's undead, then it might, reconstitute.
Well, I can't fill its mouth with holly. It hasn't exactly got a mouth anymore.
We'll find some holly on the way back. We'll swing by one of the parks.
I have a sewer I need to pop by. We could just throw it down there, drown it.
But then we'll never know any.
The body! From Morax.
There's money to be made, my friend.
Are you saying to completely kill them?
Well, yeah.
But we'll never get any answers if we do that.
Answers? I don't... Did it seem like answers were
Well, they
forthcoming?
didn't really have a chance.
Well, what if we scoop them up, take them home, we have a fistful of holly ready. If any mouth appears that doesn't seem to be too cooperative, we jam it in.
Yeah, we'll just swing by the market and grab a fistful of holly. You keep that around?
There's got to be plenty of holly trees around this city. No? I don't really know the ecology of this place very well.
I'm gonna
Either
look
way,
around.
We need to
Is
move.
there a cart or a bag or anything in the area?
Go ahead and make me an observation check. So just 2d6, no modifiers.
That's 11.
So there would be like a cart at the end of the road where you could probably get like a rag and bone man to give you over a little jar.
Mm-hmm. Great. I will walk up to that person and point to the bodies in the street and say, "Can you take these for me?"
Well, I'm sorry, I don't deal with dead bodies. That you'll have to get him somewhere else on your own. Pointing to
How much for the cart?
The cut is my whole livelihood, buddy. You can't take.
Rent it. I'll bring it back.
Would you like to make an alluring check to see if you can convince him?
Yes. Yes, this is not my strong stat.
Can I assist somehow?
How would you be assisting? You can tell me how you would do that.
I will just wordlessly kind of just sidle up beside Ezra and do that coin trick where you flip a coin between your fingers backwards and forwards and just kind of look at it as if I'm kind of just cleaning my nails.
Okay, so you roll with the upper hand then, Ezra, so you add an extra d6 and drop the lowest one.
Okay, and my allure is +0, I think. That's 8, and then, sorry, okay, that was 6 to 5, so again, 11.
11. Seeing the coin being moved between Rami's fingers, we were like, you'll bring it back? Right here, bring it to here, right? I'll like, maybe in the morning, I need it for an early shift, but as long as I can
It'll
have
be
it
here.
back.
Before sunrise.
It'll be here at dawn.
Perfect, okay.
One of these
Okay.
now, and one of these when we get back.
Catches it. Great, down payment, I like it. Tucks it into his jacket. She's all yours.
Grab it with like one hand and just kind of carry it across the street, like shoulder the whole cart almost, and just get it across the street. Toss the bodies and the wreckage of the bodies in.
Well, interesting that you say bodies. Whilst you've all been talking, that mush is gone.
Echo, what have you done with it?
Did we manage to see anything of it leaving, or it's just like...
Mhairi didn't roll a successful observation check, but what I will give you, you should just hear the little clink of a bottle beside a sewer grate.
And can we look into the sewer grate?
If you look in, it is dark, it smells, you hear this kind of sloughing noise, and at the edge of the sewer grate, a small little black vial. Still on street level.
Does it have a picture of a leech on it?
It has a picture of a leech on it.
Well, we could always follow. Or try
Down
to.
there.
So it's all related to this magic potion bullshit, yeah?
It appears so. But, Ezra, you said you wanted to check in on Antonia.
It had her face.
Well, I know that my loved one whose face it had is not in any mortal peril. Let's go. We have one brief stop just down the road. Mhairi, where did you leave the body?
Sewer grate, different one. Little way that way.
Seems it is the fashion.
Well, you know. Let's go.
Off we scoot.
If you head back down the road towards this other sewer grate, you can open it back to look inside and see where you'd left this body of this poor deceased vampire. There is just the inky blackness of the sewer void.
No bottle?
Not here.
Well, at least there's no bottle. This is, You sure, Mhairi? You sure you left it in
Yeah,
this one?
Yeah! It was this one.
And it couldn't have just, plopped... You secured it?
Sure, yeah, maybe it fell.
Do I know
Someone's
how
taken
far
our
of
fucking
a...
kills.
Do I know how far of a drop it is to go, like, from the sewer grate? Like,
Well, let me ask a question then. How often do you reckon Echo spends time in the sewers?
I don't think it's often, but I think she has done it before.
Okay. I'd say then if you've been down here before, that you'll have an idea that there's maybe like a 30 feet drop into the sewer below.
I think she just starts to like climb in.
Okay, we'll keep watch from up here, I suppose.
Yeah, bring it back up for us, would you?
I do. Someone
Echo
should go down with her.
descends on her own into the sewers below.
How far down into the sewer is it? Like, can we, if someone is kneeling on the entrance to it, can you reach down and touch her?
So there would be a ladder. So like at
Okay.
this point, would probably just be starting the descent. So you could still reach out with a hand, but before long would disappear beneath the surface.
Oh, it's probably not safe to leave her on her own again. One of
Echo.
us should go with her.
Things are disappearing in the sewers. I think we need a minute before we go investigating down there.
I mean, she's gone
Alright,
already.
we'll give them a chance to get away so that we can't find anyone then. And we'll carry on as we were.
Ezra, I'll go down and watch her back. We'll be back before you know it. Don't worry, we will check in on Antonia.
I'm going home. Ezra leaves the alley, I guess, where we are, and starts heading home.
Okay. Mhairi, with which group do you go?
Mhairi gives a sarcastic little salute to Echo and Rami, and then follows Ezra once he's round the corner.
Splitting the party. I love it. You begin to descend into the sewers. And as you're climbing down this ladder, Echo first and then Rami, maybe around 15-20 feet in, as the darkness envelops you all, or you both, you'll just start to hear many different voices all say in unison, whispers echo through the grime. Come below, it's nearly time. Drip by drip the shadows call, down the grate beyond the wall.
Echo, are you still there?
Yes.
Are you sure this is a good idea? I'm not scared or anything, but I have
Not
heard
entirely.
the whispers.
Lantern flickers cold and low, follow where the dark winds blow. I have secrets none shall tell, waiting deep where shadows dwell.
Didn't Antonia say something about a song? Ezra said that she spoke of a song. Or a hum.
Oh, maybe they did. She can't have been down in the sewers, can she? She would have. She's not that type of girl.
Step inside, don't be afraid. The rats have danced, the toll is paid. No more lies, no light, no sun. Your journey to the deep's begun. As the grate above you slams shut.
Alright, maybe not the smartest idea.
I'm gonna climb back up to the grate and see if I can, budge it at all.
Yeah, give it a go. We'll make that a savagery roll to see if you can use brute strength to try and get out.
Ezra is a waste man, not a fighter. Sorry, not Ezra. Rami. Sorry, Rami is a waste man, not a fighter.
If I go up and try and like also push on the grate, can I help?
I would say that it's like a one-person climb, so it's going to be a
That's
bit
fair.
too narrow.
Unless you're pushing me up from the ankles. That's going to be a 7.
Unfortunately, this thing is budged shut. And you'll just hear voices from outside going, "People in the sewers again, what are they doing? You can't go anywhere in the city without people just like wallowing in shit." With that, I'm going to cut the scene as we move to Ezra and Mhairi wandering through the streets of Edinburgh towards Ezra's home.
Mhairi is keeping back, and she's changed her face to just look like some pallid Edinburgh person. She can't change her outfit, but she can change her face, and she's just keeping back and hoping that Ezra doesn't notice.
How discreet do you think she is? Like, is she actually trying to sneak, or do you think that Ezra would have an awareness of it?
She's trying to sneak behind you.
Okay.
I don't know if you need me to roll to see if that works, but
I think if you're actively trying to, then I would say yes. We'll make this a duplicity roll.
that's a 9.
Okay, a 9's a success, so you're able to meld into the shadows, a faceless person wandering behind your friend.
Ezra's sort of like stalking quickly through the city, heading home. Comes to his street. I think there's a moment of checking to see, is the street safe?
I would make an observation check then.
That's a 3.
Looks perfectly safe to you.
Heads to the door of the house, comes to it. Is it unlocked?
You try the door and it's locked.
Key. Unlock. Open the door.
You open the door and head in. It's quiet.
Is anything amiss in here?
Let's...
Sort of like light a lamp. Close the door behind me. Lock it.
Lock it before Mhairi gets a chance. Perfect.
Well, if I close the door, I don't know if Mhairi has been sneaking, so I close the door. And
Yeah,
lock
yeah.
it.
Let's make an observation check then to see if there's anything out of place in here.
That's a 7. I don't add anything to it, right?
No, that would just be as is. With a 7, you would look around trying to find out where your wife is. It's quiet in the home. It smells like someone's been here recently. You smell the familiar smell of your wife. You would know that anywhere. And further down the hallway, moving into a kind of sitting area, there's a small round table with chairs around it. And there is 2 wine glasses, an uncorked bottle. It's maybe around a third empty, the bottle. The glasses are empty, but there's no people here.
Ezra sort of calls out, "Antonia?" through the house. And while he's doing that, he moves to the hearth in this room, in the sitting room, where over the hearth there's like a, it looks like a archaeological gladius. Takes it. It's not an archaeological find. It's the real deal. It's his from 2,000+ years ago. And he takes it off and holds it and sort of starts to look around the house again. Antonia!
She is not here, my friend.
Look to the voice.
Sitting on the windowsill, you just see a rat.
I thought I'd come back here just in case he turned up.
Who?
Your friend. Still on the lookout for him. Have you seen him?
Which friend?
Your friend from a very long time ago. He's got creaky joints and pisses off my people. Rami. Take it he's not with you. I mean, she's not here. She left. That guy looks a bit of a dodgy one.
What guy are you talking about?
Oh, there was a guy
Gesture to
here who they enjoyed a glass of wine. No one watches a rat. I can get away with what I want most of the time. Yeah, to be having fun.
Who was it?
Called himself a gravedigger.
Does that ring any bells for me?
You would know a few of these people in this city. Being someone from the anatomy department, you might be quite familiar with them.
Said he was looking for something fresh. She didn't have anything to offer. Decent.
Did you go with him?
Yeah, she stuck on a nice coat. And we went for a walk.
Where?
I didn't follow.
Do you know where?
No, I've just been here. Nice cheese in the cupboard, by the way.
What do you want?
I want your friend. And I just, you never know when, you know where one person is, then the others might follow. But I guess I was wrong.
Get out of my house.
Okay. I'll probably be back. But you've got bigger things to worry about, it seems. Ta-ra!
As the rat leaves, he just takes the sword and just, cuts the wine glasses in half and just kicks a chair across the room and... What the fuck is going on here?
Mhairi taps the glass of the window.
Open the window. Don't do that to me.
Are you finished talking to mice?
Yes.
Where
For
is
now,
she then?
I guess. I don't know. She took a walk with Gravedigger.
Not those motherfuckers.
Do you want some wine?
Yeah.
Take the rest of the bottle and hand it to her.
Reach through the window. Well, shall we go look for her, or
I suppose that's the next thing to do.
bring the sword? That was hilarious.
Sheath it. Well, I know how to use it. Do you?
No, but I got a bottle now.
Close the window. Exit the house. Meet you around the garden.
As you are walking for a second, Mhairi's face looks just a little bit too much like Antonia's before it shifts back to her own.
You're treading on thin ice, Mhairi.
Oh, let me have my fun.
There's just I think that silence between us for a moment. Do you have any idea what's going on? Because I'm desperately confused.
No fucking clue, but I know where those two clowns are often sniffing around, so we can start there.
All right.
Where would you be headed then?
I feel like there are some regular haunts that for a while were a little bit of a turf war between Mr. Burke and Mr. Hare and Mhairi. And I think she'll start striding off towards one of them, swigging from the bottle as she goes.
Okay, amazing. You head off in that direction as we once again pan to the inside of a sewer grate, where there are two people now trapped.
Stay calm. Stay calm. It's fine. We're just in a sewer with the shadows singing to us.
Well, it's better than a monster singing to you. Come on. And I'll climb back down.
Well, aren't you the cheery one?
And I'll sort of head in what I think to be the direction of the other grate that we heard the pile of mush move towards.
Okay. It's quite easy. It's a left or a right, and you would have to go right to go back uphill towards it. It's dark down here, but you don't mind that too much. You can both see quite easily.
How sewagey is it?
This is Edinburgh in the 1800s. It's pretty bad. It's called Ulrike for a reason.
I take out a handkerchief and a little vial of aromatic aromatic tree resin, and I fill a handkerchief with that and I tie it around my face. I offer a similar handkerchief to Ekon.
Thank you, and I'll take it and do the same.
Now, before we go any further, I would like to ask both of Echo and Rami, what are your current pulse and chaos?
1 pulse, 7 chaos.
2 pulse, 9 chaos.
Okay.
You guys are doing great.
So you are both in a pretty dicey condition, we would say. If you drop to 0 pulse, then you will flatline and will have to recover. Currently, Echo, your chaos is not too bad. But I'd probably say that, Rami, you're getting on the edge of acting a little bit more impulsively and leaning into the monster side of yourself.
Fine, we're just in a sewer. We're in a sewer, and the shadows are singing to us, and apparently some petty aristocrat of the sewer is after me because of some minor silliness. It's fine, it's fine. You know, at least we're here together.
Are you angry at me?
No.
You've got that scary look in your eye like I've done something wrong again.
No. Just angry. Full stop. Let's find this escaped puddle of mush, or this missing body, or both or neither, and then get the hell out of this, because there's only so much sandalwood can do, you know? I would kill for a nice glass of red. Anything red, really.
Well, question. Does it have to be human blood? Okay, I will, while we're on the move, keep an eye out for potentially anything leading towards the moving mush, or anything that could be anything with blood in it.
Okay, you are looking for this moving mush, this slop that made its way into the sewer grate. And amongst the mess in this space, It's hard to tell where the bile ends and anything else begins. You do hear the voices again though, as they begin to sing to you once more. But this time a little bit more menacing. You hear one voice, then two, then three. Before long, 24 of them all together.
I don't know if them getting louder means that we're going in the right direction or the wrong direction. They're probably the same thing, to be honest. We'll probably be heading in the right direction to find the things that we want, but that they're probably gonna try and... Yeah.
I was going to say both, yes. Probably the same thing.
As you finish that thought, you begin to hear music. Like drums, almost.
How catchy a beat is it?
Pretty catchy. It sounds like someone having a nice time. You begin to hear cheers.
Well, apparently it's not all bad down here. Maybe we find whatever that is. And you can see kind of, I'm slightly, I'm not dancing, but you can see that the beat is somehow, the music is somehow, it's getting into me. You can see that my grip on focus and task at hand is not 100% there.
Rami, you begin to hear this voice that once was threatening to say, "Come, dear guest, the path is clear, no need for dread, no cause for fear. The world above is cold, unkind, but warmth and wonder here you find." Whereas at the same time, Echo, you're going to hear, "You trespass in my reeking throne, 1,000 eyes, yet you're alone. Each whispered step, each breath you steal, my children stir. They bite, they squeal."
Is there a grate nearby that I can see?
You can make an observation check to see if you see any light that would allow you to see back into the street. But Rami, you have heard them saying, "Please come in," and the beat begins to get even louder.
And that's coming from further down the tunnel?
Yep.
While I look for stuff, I'm grabbing Rami by the wrist. Oh, that's a 3. Can I get the blood pumping to go again?
Yeah, remind us what the blood pumping does. It's been a little while since we played this game.
I think it increases my chaos by 1, but it means that I get to roll the dice again.
Then let's do it.
Let's use different dice. 7.
You try to reach out to grab the arm of Rami, but I feel, Rami, you've continued further on down the tunnel.
You hear a soft splishing from the muck as I kind of continue down the tunnel, and you hear me start to hum the tune of the song. Not loudly, but just...
I'm gonna run towards him and try to tackle him to the floor.
Yeah?
Ooh, PvP.
Okay. I'm going to get you to make me a savagery roll to see if you're able to do that. And Rami, if you feel like you would notice and try to stop, you will hear the splashing. Or if you're too involved with the music.
I don't think I would try to resist it, because I wouldn't clock it as, violence incoming.
7. But I have to get higher.
You have to get a 9 or above.
I will get the blood pumping again. If I can re-roll just 1 dice instead of 2, which we've done before.
Does that mean you have a 6 and a 1? Is that what we're looking at here?
We've got a 5 and a 2.
5 and a 2. I guess if we've done it before, then we can do it again. But what does it look like as you run and try to tackle your friend, completely missing and landing in the mud, the muck beneath your feet?
Whereas before I was sort of trying to get the whole body, I think if I've come to the floor, I'm literally just trying to hold on to the ankles. I'm not trying to like use any. I don't have enough like strength and body mass to get Rami down, but I think I have enough to like hold on around his ankle so he can't step any further.
Okay, so you are very close to this slurry water. Roll that dice, which I'm assuming is your 2.
For a 5, so at 10.
You're able to grab around these legs as you are face down in the water, and as you look into the water, you will see a face looking back up at you going, "Why are you here?"
Why are you here?
As Rami splashes into the water and dissipates what you see.
What? What do you mean, why am I here? You were coming down that ladder on your own, and now we're all...
Not you!
Why am I covered in shit?
Because you're going the wrong way, and they're not... It's not gonna be a good outcome. And there's something down here, and it's not good for us, and we should go back and we should find the others.
Can I still hear the nice music? Or do I
The filth is rich, the dark is sweet, with velvet moss beneath your feet. And I, the king, with silken voice, offer you a finer choice.
Oh, but it's an invitation from the king.
I mean, the king doesn't want to be nice to you. Do you remember who it is that runs... This isn't the place to be.
To be fair, the last king I knew wasn't the kindest either.
Flesh is soft and bones will snap, wrapped in fur you'll hear the clap of tiny feet that never rest till you lie still, a shredded ghast.
Look, they're going to try and kill you. We have to get out of here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Echo. Thank you. I don't know what's
I'm already
coming
trying to
over me.
move him in the other direction.
And it's that thing where, you know, when you're trying to steer your too drunk friend and they're not resisting necessarily, but they're not helping.
Uh-huh.
You can get them back towards a ladder, like having seen a way, if you want to try and get out of this space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Begin to climb. The drum beats get louder, Rami. I don't want you to leave. Why would you leave?
Am I first up the ladder or second?
You tell me.
Would you have gone up first ahead of me, or would you have put me on the ladder and then gone up behind?
What's more fun roleplay wise?
You're the one of us who's got their marbles about them.
I know, but that's not fun for the story. You've gone first. Because if you looked like you weren't fully with me, I'm not going to risk you running off.
Okay. So as the drums grow in my ears, I stop on the ladder, forcing you to stop behind me. Can't you hear that? The party's just getting going. Do we have to go now?
What did I hear?
Ezra and Mhairi are so grumpy.
You hear nothing right now.
They're not making any noise anymore.
Well, maybe not to you. Maybe you're not invited. Yeah.
And I wonder why you might be
Just-
invited and I might not be.
Because I'm fun.
I'm sorry for trying to keep you safe when clearly this is going to be a trap, but if you don't care and you want to go into that, then that's fine. I thought that we were friends, and I thought that friends try to keep each other safe. And I thought, given everything else that's happened today, given that we don't know what's real and what's not, maybe we would listen to somebody who's saying that this is a trap. Maybe we might suspect that things that seem like a trap are a trap. But if you want to go back, that's fine. I'll go back to the others, and I guess I'll find your body in the morning.
The F word cut very deep into Rami's psyche, and I think was probably a key to cutting through the enticement of the deep. Friends. Yes, friends. I'm sorry. Let's go. Let's go before I change my mind. And I'm gonna keep climbing.
You climb, push out of a grate, covered in shit, close that grate over, and echo as it crashes back down into the stones. You'll just hear, "Run if you can, but know this thing. None escape the Rat King's ring." And looking around into the street, you will both see as Mhairi and Ezra come marching down the street.
Absolute state of you twos. What you fucking been doing?
Oh, you know.
Trying to follow up
following
loose
me.
ends, I guess.
Did you find anything useful? No. Shall we carry on?
As I was saying, I think I'm getting a cat.
Like, as a snack, or...
I know a really fucking annoying dog if that'll do.
Does it catch mice?
Probably. Unless you wanted to, in which case it wouldn't. No, go with a cat.
Right.
Anyway,
We're looking for a gravedigger.
Yeah, graveyard. It's just down here on the right. Is there a lot?
You follow Mhairi down into this graveyard, covered in shit, feeling angry, carrying a big old weapon in the street.
I would think maybe it's possible to like put it under the coat at least, so that it's slightly...
Yeah, I would also just raise that even if you carry it openly, nobody cares.
Does anyone seem to care that two of us are caked head to toe in excrement?
Yes, I pull out a handkerchief and I toss it to each of you. That's all I've got. I'm sorry. Try to clean
You
yourself
got anything
up.
bigger?
I don't carry a wash basin with me or anything.
I'm gonna offer it to Echo, kind of sheepishly. and kind of...
Are there any other people around? She's looking around to see if anybody cares that they smell like shit.
No one cares at all.
But there are people.
There are people. No one cares.
Is it unusual for people to not perceive us?
I would say it's unusual for people to not at least look, to just give a tut or an eye roll. People look at you, but they don't seem to be bothered by it. People are merry. People are drinking. You just watch as a vampire openly kills someone in the street. No one cares.
Oh, that's gonna drive competition up at the anatomy department, isn't it? Fucking hell.
That's not... I'll take the cloth from Rami and try to... You sort of try to clean myself up and don't care, and then try to clean him up a bit and don't care and give it back to him. But it's not usual for people to... We have to find out whatever it is that they're putting in stuff.
That sense of emptiness, Sam, or the sense of something amiss in the spirit or collective consciousness of the city. How's that feeling right now?
So if you're looking for the stench of joy, to try and to get a sense of that, whereas before Echo wasn't really able to sense anything, if you were to do it now, you would just feel euphoria. And if you do sniff the air, you're all pretty drawn to the smell that's coming off of Mhairi right now.
But I know two of us smell terrible right now, but for some reason you smell great. No, don't take that the wrong way, of course.
I'm flattered.
By this point, I've definitely cleaned my face. The rest of me is probably still filthy. But is it? If I sniff around, can I pinpoint it to something like clothing or perfume or something specific?
No.
As someone who's worked with a lot of aromatic materials in my embalming work,
what you would be,
or mummification work,
what you would be smelling is the joy, the kind of euphoria of someone who, even if it is fading now, most recently fed.
I place 2 fingers on Rami's forehead, the clean part, and just push him further away as he's sniffing around me.
If nobody around us seems to care, I'm taking the top layer of my clothes off, because the under, I'm still decent, I'm just not in an actual dress, so it's slightly less gross.
We're trying to find Antonia. Hopefully I finally get to kill that fucker Anthony. Shall we?
Sure. She wasn't at home?
No, apparently a gravedigger came by and she left with this fine fellow, and also, Rami, the rats are looking for you.
Well, yeah.
Yes, they
Probably.
invited me to a wonderful banquet in the deeps.
Why are you here then? Sounds cool.
It did sound cool. It does sound cool. But, someone wiser than me suggested that it perhaps was not the most prudent choice in the current circumstances.
Yeah.
Never known you to turn down a party.
Well, I took some convincing.
Sorry, I
heads
don't.
covered, head to toe in shit.
Yes.
I don't want to say that we're looking in the wrong place, because it might have something to do with everything, but are we sure that Antonio and the Gravedigger have anything to do with what's going on? Were there not other people that we were told to go look towards?
Like the bottom of sewers.
You all don't have to follow me. Something was stalking around with my wife's face on it. And so I'm going to try to find my wife to make sure that she knows what's going on.
And that same thing was after all of us. So let's hope that she's still above the ground and we can get on with our night.
You make your way into this cemetery, which is in the kind of Princess Gardens, or what would be modern Princess Gardens area of Edinburgh. It's very central into the old town. And you can see that there is construction work within this space. It is a cemetery, but it's also used as a form of a park. And there's construction work going on to drain a loch in here. It's called the Nor Loch. That seems to be like closing down for the evening, but there are contraptions around that are trying to like remove water from this space. There are rows of gravestones. There are regular mortals wandering. But you would know, Mhairi, some of the haunts at the back of this space in which there might be mortals, but some other less savoury kind.
If I look around, do I see who we're looking for?
Make me an observation check if you like.
Okay. That's an 8.
You are looking around to try and see either Burke or Hare, which is who you had suggested that you would be looking for here. You don't see any of them. You do see that there is, standing at the edge of this kind of partially drained loch, is a kind of older man who is wearing a waistcoat with a kind of warm-looking jacket over the top, with a little notepad and a clipboard, just looking at the water and making some notes.
Fine night for staring at a puddle.
He doesn't look up, but says, "I know that voice anywhere." And you'll watch as his eyes dart to you. I knew it. Mhairi, how are you doing? When did we last see each other? He will rush to, like, shake your hand.
Too long, I'm sure.
Marrakesh, right?
Marrakesh. Yes. Yes. The riad that was crumbling but only on one wall.
What a time. That was quite a many of the years ago.
Quite so.
Now, he has not looked around to see anyone else here. He's only really focusing on you right now.
Do we observe this from the outside as a mortal or an undead?
Nope, this is definitely an undead. You know he's here in the city, right? Addressing you.
How long has he been here?
Well, they shipped him in. And put him up in a fancy museum.
A museum?
Mm-hmm.
He sleeps there still?
No, not anymore, no.
Forgive me, that's fascinating. I'd love to catch up. I'm sure there's much to discuss.
You know, and you gave me this, and it has changed my entire life. And we'll pull out from a chain around his neck this small scarab. Changed everything. I just feel refreshed, and
it is just as I remember it. What did I say to you when I gave you this? Remind me.
That you would burn it all down and no one would know what we'd done. And you did.
Yes. Yes. The flames. That was when it was, yes. And now you're here.
Next project, you know?
Yes.
And as you're having this conversation, we're going to flash back in your memory as you stand outside this tomb in Egypt, alongside a man who looks like a similar aged version of this individual here, and a woman who looks quite prim, proper, well dressed, and tucked into a pocket is a small little mask. You did such a good job back then, as we move back to the present.
Yes, well, you know, I'm good at what I do.
The best. And if anyone ever questions it, you always just keep it to yourself.
Well, you know, there's so many things happen. How am I expected to remember them, eh?
Yeah, it's a good way to play it. I like it. Well done.
So what?
Rami.
I was going to ask, do I recognize that scarab?
You don't even need to roll it. That's yours.
And I'm seeing this happen from a bit of a distance, because Mhairi has gone over to speak to this person.
Yep.
I think I grip Ezra's shoulder very tightly. And I say, Ezra, you're the responsible one. Please stop me from doing something foolish right now.
I fully turn and essentially block Rami's vision from what's going on and start to essentially fix the collar of his jacket.
What does Mhairi know about my scarab?
I don't know shit about Mhairi's business or your scarab. Usually when you pry into Mhairi's business, it ends poorly. What's going on?
That's my heart. That's my key. That's my ticket back to the afterlife. And Sam, did I hear the whole conversation, or did I just see it?
You would just see this. You would just see that there's this thing being waved.
She knows that man. He has my heart.
Shall we resolve this now? Quick, intuition check or something, or read of you. How you're very distressed, right?
Very, very distressed. And potentially on the verge of like acting directly, kind of unilaterally, and barely holding it back because I know that we came here for a reason important to you, and if I go causing a scene, then, you know, we might not find Antonia, or the trail might go cold, or something like that.
Ezra spins around and takes a step forward to this conversation and says, "That's such a curious object that you have. My friend was just telling me he lost something very similar to that a long time ago."
Well,
I'm gonna
I'll go for it.
just, if Ezra's walking away, I'm gonna step forward and take Rami's hand and just like hold it.
Okay.
My grip is vice.
Two separate things happen then as you do that. He will turn not his body to you, just like look at you with his eyes to say, your friend?
Yes.
And this is your friend too? Pointing to Mhairi.
I like to consider ourselves acquaintances.
Looks at Mhairi. That seems like a no. Not your friend.
No. Always running a scheme, eh?
Who's your friend that's looking for a similar thing? Sorry, I should introduce myself. Holds a hand out. Elias Rook, doctor.
Does the name mean anything to me?
Go ahead and I'm gonna get you to make an observation check because I feel like you could try and move through a mind palace to observe what you remember.
That's an 8.
Somewhere on the periphery, but you're not quite sure.
Familiar with the name. Your work in
Archaeology.
Sorry, what was it? Archaeology.
Yeah.
I've heard of it. Yeah. It's, separate departments.
What do you study?
Anatomy.
Oh. Interesting.
And philosophy.
Interesting.
As I was
Mhairi's-
saying. Sorry, go ahead.
She still has one hand on that scarab that Elias was holding out. And I think she's ignoring completely that Ezra has engaged him in conversation. And she's going to pull on that hand and just bring herself as close as she can. So what's the project here?
Well, for many a year they would throw women into this loch. Try to find out if they were some form of monster or beast. Majority of them just regular women. They would dunk them, you know. If they came back out, then monster. Then they were thrown back in with their throats cut. I want to find out more about them, you know. Learn about these women. Find the ones
To
who
know
were
what kind of
really-
monster they are.
Exactly.
Yes. She lets go.
As you let go, before you say anything, Ezra, Echo, you're just gonna feel a little bit of a longing to move towards the water.
How we're lined up, for me to move in a straight line, do I move between everyone, or is it?
Yeah, you would move between everyone, so you would still be able to maintain like a form of protection in front of Rami to this individual. If you're trying to do that, you would be able to do that.
Okay, I'll sort of take a step and a half forwards.
How far are we from the water?
So Dr. Rook and your two companions are like a couple of feet away from the edge. You're maybe about 30 feet back.
So I initially interpret this as Echo kind of suggesting that we join this conversation. And so I kind of, initially I'm reluctant, but I can take a couple of tentative steps forward. But with still, vice-like hand grip, holding hands.
You follow Echo towards the edge. You feel inclined to sit down, Echo.
I will do so.
Rami, do your eyes break contact with the other situation, or do you watch what's happening here?
As we stop and I feel Echo start to sit, then yes, I will break my eyes away just to see kind of what we're doing and what has changed.
You both hear a voice.
Are we just listening in?
You both hear a voice come from the water that says, "Darling, you made me so well." As the face of Narcissus appears, but also the face of Sekhmet.
Not again, not again, not again, not again. It's not real, it's not real. And I'm saying this partly to myself and partly to you. It's not real. Just like last time, it's not real.
What are you?
Every stolen glance, every secret wish, every time you longed to be loved without being known. I was born from that. I am that. He will reach out and touch your face, or maybe you touch your own.
And if Rami looks at Echo's face during any of this, I think it's flicking through every face of like any person that she has ever loved or anyone she's pretended to be, just to feel like somebody loved her back.
I'm going to flip back to the other conversation. And Ezra, were you going to say something?
Yes, as Mhairi's hand is leaving this, Ezra replaces it. Was going to be a third hand on the scarab, and pinches it. It's a fascinating piece. My friend would love to take a look at it. He says he lost one that seemed almost identical.
I see. Was it precious to him?
Seems that way.
Would you say it was everything to him?
We haven't talked too deeply about it, but it did seem to be some sentimental value.
I see. Is he the one staring into the water, like someone walking between worlds?
I guess I would probably make a roll to see if I break eye contact with this guy or not.
Yeah.
What kind of roll should it be?
I am gonna make this, because of the situation, feeling a little tense all of a sudden. Savagery.
Okay. Also, addendum, I did find my digital notes, and it's actually, I have allure +1 and duplicity 0, so that we know. And here's savagery. That's that would be a 6, but I can do something to re-roll a die, or
You can get the blood rushing. So you would add a chaos and roll again.
yes. Okay, I'm absolutely doing this. Okay, that's better. So that's a 10. I rolled a 5 for
So with a 10, you're saying that you're not breaking eye contact.
I'm not breaking eye contact.
Okay, so he has asked you, is that him?
Probably. I don't have eyes in the back of my head.
Interesting.
Is he still holding on to this object?
Yeah, he has not let go of it.
Yeah.
His eyes will not flick away from yours, but will speak to Mhairi. Would you like to make some money, Mhairi?
Mhairi glanced over while Ezra's eyes were locked and saw the two sat by the water's edge. And she steps over behind Echo. And she whispers, "What kind of monster are you?" and pushes her into the loch.
That's where we'll end that episode.